Imagine this for a moment. You're on an evening walk. The sky looks gorgeous, colors changing every second. A cool breeze brushes past. You notice the sweet smell of flowers nearby. And then you spot your friend waving at you from across the road. You smile and take a step forward to cross the road. Suddenly, a car rushes past and you jump back instantly. You did not plan it, you did not think about it, it just happened, almost automatically. How does your body do that? That sudden change in the environment, like the loud horn, is called a stimulus. A stimulus is anything that causes your body to react. But what allows us to notice stimuli around us? We all have an amazing built in system that constantly picks up information from the world. This ability to notice what's happening around us is called sensation. So, sensation basically means detecting changes happening outside or inside our body. To do this, the body uses special organs that collect different types of information, and these are called sense organs. We have five main sense organs that collect different types of information from the world around us, and each one has a special job. Let's talk about them one by one. So, the first one is eyes. They help us collect light from the surroundings so we can form images and see things. That's how you enjoyed the beautiful sunset and noticed your friend waving at you. The second one is ear. Now, ears collect vibrations in the air so we can hear sounds. That's how you heard your friend calling and also the loud horn that warned you. Next is nose. It detects tiny chemicals in the air so we can smell things. That's how you enjoyed the fragrance of flowers as you walked. Then it's tongue. It has special tiny taste buds that can taste different flavors. It helps you enjoy your food even more, whether it is spicy food, something sweet, something tangy, or anything else. And then comes the skin. It collects information about touch, pressure, and pain. That's how you felt the cool breeze against your skin. But here's the important part: these organs only collect raw information, they don't understand anything on their own. So, who helps us understand what's happening around us? Who actually makes sense of everything? Inside our body, we have a super fast communication network. It sends messages from the sense organs to the brain and back. These messages travel through special cells called neurons. Now, many neurons join together like bunches of wires to form nerves. The messages that travel through them are like tiny electrical signals. These are called nerve impulses. And like I already told you, these nerve impulses are carried through neurons. Now, what does the brain do with these electrical messages, right? Because we're sending these messages to brain. Sometimes the brain checks the information, compares it with old memories, understands what it means, decides what to do next. That understanding is called perception. So basically, making sense of what we just felt or witnessed. But in emergencies like that sudden horn, your brain does not have time to decide. A thick bundle of nerves running from the brain down the back, protected by the backbone, jumps in and sends a super fast order to your muscles. This is basically your spinal cord. It acts like a super fast communication highway carrying messages between the brain and the rest of the body. This quick, automatic response to a sudden stimulus is called a reflex action. So, reflex actions happen so fast because the signal bypasses the brain at first, and the signal is sent to spinal cord to make sense of it and decide what needs to be done in that very situation. But the brain still gets the information afterward, so it knows what happened. Now, let's go back to the road example, right? The loud horn actually acted as a stimulus for us. Our sense organ, which is basically the ear, detects this sound, and this is called sensation. Next, the neurons send electrical signals, which is basically the nerve impulse. This nerve impulse reaches the spinal cord because this is an emergency situation. Spinal cord detects danger and then sends a quick signal to the muscles in our legs. The muscles in our legs start contracting and relaxing, and that contraction and relaxation helps us jump back instantly. This was a response, which was extremely fast, like we saw. And then the brain understands what happened just a moment later. And all this happens before you even have the time to think. Mind blowing, isn't it? Now, going back to the same situation, as you were trying to relax and move towards your friend, you saw a pani puri cart passing by. And you absolutely love pani puris, right? So, normally you would run towards the pani puri stall the moment you smell that spicy, tangy aroma. But today, you don't. Because you're already full after a very heavy lunch. Even though the smell is the same, it doesn't excite you like before. So, what's happening here? Our brain does not treat every signal the same way all the time. Before deciding how to react, the brain checks, what does the body need right now? Is this important for survival? How am I feeling? Only then does it choose a reaction. This idea is called perception, meaning the brain's understanding of a stimulus. Even though the stimulus, which is the smell of pani puri, is the same, the perception changes because the body does not need food right now because your stomach is full. So, the same stimulus can result in different reactions according to the brain's understanding of a stimulus. Now, let's look at one more tiny everyday example to understand this concept better. You love your phone's ringtone, right? But if you're sleeping and someone calls at, let's say, 6 a.m., suddenly the same ringtone feels annoying because your brain is saying sleep is more important right now. So our senses collect information, but how we feel about it always depends on the brain's decision. Okay, so moving past the Pani Puri cart, you finally reach your friend and notice that something is wrong. You see his sad face, you hear his low, shaky voice saying, "My puppy, he's missing." Your eyes and ears help you see and hear what's happening on the outside, but something else happens inside you. You start to remember how much he loves his puppy. You imagine how you would feel if it happened to you. And suddenly, you feel sad too. This is called empathy, when we understand and share someone else's feelings. So, here, your sense organs collected information, your brain processed it, and your emotions guided your response. Maybe a hug, some comforting words, or helping him search the puppy. Same senses, but this time the reaction isn't about danger or food. It's about caring for others. So let's quickly recap what we learned today. Our senses constantly pick up changes around and inside us, like light, sound, smell, taste, touch, temperature, and pain. These changes are called stimuli. Sense organs such as eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin collect this raw information, but they do not understand it. Neurons carry it as tiny electrical nerve impulses to the brain. The brain processes these signals using past memories and the body's current needs, turning sensation into perception, and then decides a response, like jumping back from a horn, ignoring pani puri when full, or feeling sad when a friend loses his puppy. Because of this, the same stimulus can lead to different reactions at different times, and the same senses that protect us and help us enjoy life also allow us to feel empathy and care for others. So, the next time you enjoy a beautiful sunset, or avoid danger in a second, or even rush to help your friend, remember your senses and brain are working together like a brilliant team. And in our upcoming lessons, we'll explore each sense organ in detail, how they work, and how they help you experience life every second. So stay curious because your senses are amazing.